Delaware County's only live television newscast from Ball State University's Unified Media Newsroom. You're watching NewsLink Indiana Midday.
Hello and welcome to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Sam Shipe. If you're looking for a different way to celebrate Valentine's Day, a new downtown Muncie business may be able to help. Mad Axe is opening on February 14th and is the first axe throwing facility located in downtown Muncie. You can throw axes, eat pizza from the Guardian Brewery, and enjoy drinks. Mad Axe is booking reservations now. You can make reservations at madaxemuncie.com. 37 new homes are coming to Muncie as part of a new development agreement with the city. City View 2 will be built by Miller Valentine Construction. The project will cost $11.8 million to complete. It's part of a cycle of redevelopment under Mayor Ridenhour's administration. 10 homes will be built in the Southside neighborhood, 10 in the Avondale area, and 17 in other neighborhoods. The Republican leader of the Indiana House, House Speaker Todd Huston, resigned from his executive position as senior vice president at the College Board. The New York-based organization which runs SAT college admissions test is also known for high school advanced placement exams. Huston said Tuesday the change will allow him to focus on his legislative duties as House Speaker. He said before he was balancing legislative responsibilities with work from the College Board. The locked chambers of a section of an Ohio dam in southwestern Indiana were closed Tuesday. A vessel passing through the dam lost control of its steering and broke off 8 barges at around 1 a.m. The barges became pinned against the Nuremberg lock and dam's locked chambers. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and Operations Managers said the current grabbed the barges and pulled them in front of the dam chambers, snapping the wires connecting the barges to the vessel. Operations managers closed the affected chambers down shortly after the accident. Global leaders are continuing to weigh in on the rising tensions in Ukraine. Russia is continuing to increase the number of troops on the border of Ukraine, and the U.S. is sending more troops to the region. Emmanuel Macron, president of France, met with the president of Ukraine Monday. That meeting came after a 5-hour discussion with Vladimir Putin. The Kremlin has denied any plans for invasion, but claims that NATO support for Ukraine is a threat to Russia. Members of NATO say they are still concerned.
Danger, but we continue to work for a political solution.
Today, both Japan and China agreed to cooperate in their support for Ukraine's sovereignty. Putin gained the support of the Chinese president in a meeting before the Winter Olympics began. Team USA scored its first gold medal in Beijing 2022 Winter Olympic Games. 36-year-old Lindsay Jacobellis won in the women's snowboard cross Wednesday, topping the podium in her 5th Winter Olympics. The Connecticut-born Olympian won her first silver medal snowboarding at the Turin 2006 Winter Olympics, losing the gold to Switzerland after an unfortunate fall in the penultimate jump. Despite her win, Jacobellis said she doesn't feel a sense of redemption, as the incident from 2006 only made her want to focus on improving future performances rather than dwelling on the past. Pfizer is trying to get its COVID-fighting pill in more eligible people. Paxlovid is currently authorized to treat COVID-19 in high-risk people 12 years old and older. Pfizer will begin testing on younger children in the next quarter. The pharmaceutical company is also awaiting complete approval from the Food and Drug Administration on the pill for the groups it is currently authorized to treat. Pfizer said it expects to achieve that decision by the second half of the year. Pfizer's chief scientific officer says the company is also working on a new pill to help treat COVID instead of just prevent it. On average, COVID-19 cases are dropping in the U.S. as we push past the Omicron peak. Some of the dozen or so states with mask mandates are updating their policies as soon as today. Others are already committing to ending mask mandates for schools. Amy Kiley reports that's despite warnings from the CDC that it's too soon for such changes. After COVID cancellation, one Ball State sports tradition is returning. The 6th Deans Shootout will take place next week. Ball State Deans will hold a free throw contest during halftime of the Ball State men's basketball game versus Northern Illinois on Tuesday. Each Dean will partner up with one student to try to make as many free throws as they can. At the last shootout, the Dean of Teachers College won the trophy. A Muncie resident is looking for help to name a feathered local celebrity. The Southside turkey has become a staple in the Muncie community. So much so that Gary Townsend created a Facebook page for the bird dedicated to sharing stories and photos of its appearances. The page has reached over 1,000 people. Now Townsend is creating a poll on the page to help find a name for the bird. Townsend says the turkey is an uncommon sight, but a welcome distraction.
It's kind of like a distraction for people, that something they can be interested in, and just kind of takes the edge off a little bit.
A turkey biologist at the Indiana Department of Natural Resources said people shouldn't interfere with the bird, but it is safe to take photos from a distance. They don't know the origin of the Southside Muncie gobbler. As cold weather continues, people across Indiana are trying to keep warm, but animal care experts say you should make sure your pets are staying warm as well. NewsLink Indiana's Kara Porzuchek explains how you can keep animals safe this winter.
During frigid weather, people are able to bundle up and stay inside. Animals do not always have that privilege. Pet owners have to be aware and extra cautious of keeping their pets safe. Ashley Honeycutt from the Muncie Animal Care and Services tells her #1 rule.
The biggest thing is to make sure that they have proper insulation if they are an outside dog or you have them outside.
Not all dogs and cats have owners, which puts them at high risk during these temperatures. The question being, how can people help stray and mistreated pets when they spot them during these months?
So if we're open during business hours, they can always call the shelter. We are animal control for Delaware County. There's also a non-emergency line they can call, which is 765-747-4838, anytime, day or night.
According to the Humane Society, most types of dogs need exercise and fresh air to keep them happy. When there's snow on the ground and the temperature is below 0, it can be difficult. Dog owner Lily Bird has accessories to keep her dog warm and happy.
Well, I put this coat on her because it's warm. And then oddly enough, our heaters in our house are on the ground. So she typically likes to lay on them right after she comes in so she can feel the heat.
Keeping pets safe during the winter is important for their well-being and health. Muncie, Kara Porzuchek, NewsLink, Indiana.
Tesla is recalling almost 27,000 vehicles in the U.S. because their heating systems may not defrost the windshield quickly enough, resulting in more crashes due to lack of visibility. This latest recall affects certain 2021 and 2022 models X, S, and 3, as well as some 2020 through 2022 Model Y vehicles. Tesla stated they have no knowledge of any accidents caused by the issue as of now. Documents posted today state that the company will send out a software update to solve the problem. U.S. safety regulators say a software error can cause a valve in the vehicle's heat pumps to open, accidentally keeping refrigerant inside the evaporator, which can cause a lack of defrosting performance. Now, here's your look at your NewsLink Indiana weather forecast. These are the conditions right now. It is currently 42 degrees under mostly sunny skies. All of last week's snow will continue to melt today. The high will hit the low 40s under cloudy skies. Now let's look at the 7-day forecast a bit. A bit of a temperature roller coaster is ahead. Highs will range from the low 20s to the mid 40s over the next week, and there are a couple of chances of rain or snow. That's going to do it for us this midday. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sam Scheidt. Be sure to tune in to NewsLink Indiana tonight at 6:57 on Ball State PBS. Have a great rest of your day.